ATLDay1s@gmail.com. What are you waiting on in life? I need you to do that. Go ahead and do that. ATLDay1s@gmail.com. Get in contact with the show. Any questions, thoughts, comments? You can also drop a comment on this video right here on YouTube. Go ahead and do that. Or if you're listening to this, just keep downloading all of the shows and you'll be able to catch up with everything that's what's going on right here on ATL Day Ones. And you can find it wherever you find your favorite podcast. So yeah, make sure you go ahead and do that right now. But T, this
Jarvis.
is, yes.
Alert, alert. Breaking news. Alert, alert. Falcons have agreed to terms with defensive tackle David Onyemata. I knew that would make you happy, my brother.
What did I just say to start the show, T?
Merry Christmas.
Ryan Nielsen strikes already.
Yes,
This is what I'm talking about right here, T.
Yes,
This
I
is
knew
what
you would want to hear that. And listen,
oh, yes.
if you guys
Amen.
see Jarvis and
Amen.
I a couple days looking down, it is not that we are ignoring one another. It is because we want to see news like that.
Yes.
We want to bring it to you real time, and then we want to
Yes.
give you guys reaction because we're not just here to tell you guys what we think should happen, and then it happens, and then we don't talk about it because you and I have spoken at length about some of the pieces that could make all the difference. And did we not start the show talking about the trenches, going in the trenches
Yes.
and solidifying someone like Chris Lindstrom,
Man.
going out and there it is, the word
Yeah.
priority, making it a priority. And that goes back to a comment, and we gave it a compliment, but a comment that Terry Fontenot made in talking about Ryan Nielsen and reiterating the commentary about winning in the trenches. He is now backing that up just an hour into the legal tampering period, right? So yeah,
Yes.
Jarvis, I just wanted to see what your reaction would be on the news, according to multiple sources, that David Onyemata is indeed becoming a Falcon.
See, this is for the culture, y'all. This is
Yes, right
an
there.
exact example for the culture. We talk about whatever the hell we want to talk about because this is we just
And
get
switch
down
it
on
up.
this show.
That's what we
We'll
wanna
switch
do.
it up on the fly. That's what we do right here. And I think that the signing of Onyemata like really it brings the Falcons defense. You're starting to see it start to shape out, right?
Yes.
Because Arthur Smith talked about ad nauseum in Arthur Smith fashion about the interior pass rush, that interior push, and how that helps everybody, right? You're starting from the inside out, and I think that whole mindset just makes me happy to be able to say that at this point. As a guy that covers this team and grew up watching this team, you know, when you prioritize that at front T, I think that is something that you have to appreciate because it hasn't been done in the past years, and as far as from a talent standpoint, from the draft and in free agency as well. So Terry Fontenot, I'm giving him an A off the top, right now.
And I feel like he's going to be trending like A+. And you know who else is going to newsflash, breaking news.
It's coming in fast and furious.
Exactly. Like, if you don't think that this is like a Christmas type of day for Jarvis and I, then you don't know ATL Day Ones very well, because we are super duper excited whenever we can break some news to you guys and whenever we can give you guys some reaction to that as well. So listen, I was having this conversation, Jarvis, this past weekend, right? Because, and I'll give you an example and kind of segue into it. Looking at Jackson State's roster under Mo Williams, who is originally from Jackson, Mississippi. He, of course, was NBA All-Star. The roster was replete with nothing but guys from the Jackson metro area. I mean, up and down. We talk about all the time how Georgia is a hotbed. You've got Gatorade Players of the Year on top of Gatorade Players of the Year in basketball. And yet, we have not seen Georgia Tech rise to the occasion for most of the 7 seasons that Josh Pastner was there. However, when you hire someone like a Damon Stoudemire, I believe that's going to pay dividends. Wow. So yes, the reports are coming down that Georgia Tech is indeed hiring former NBA standout Damon Stoudemire. Once again, I had to give my guys reaction. I know I'm excited about it.
See, I was literally just watching the Boston Celtics play the. I had rewatched it because I missed it on Saturday night, so I watched it yesterday morning. And I was looking, I was like, man, look at Damon Stoudemire on the sidelines. You know, got the gray beard going on, doing his thing. Next thing you know, he coming to Atlanta, man. That's what I'm talking about.
Yes, and
Well, J Bat out here making some moves too.
Yes,
Like,
J Bat, we're
man,
impressed.
come on now. Shout out to you. That is
They're
that is
starting
amazing. Let's go.
spring practice over there at Georgia Tech early to get going, and their spring game is around the corner. So like you said, Jarvis, you're starting to see moves over there at Georgia Tech that tell you that J-Bat is putting a priority on putting a quality product back on the field and on the court. And it is important because I don't know about you, Jarvis, but I'm sure you can attest to it being an Atlanta area native, how exciting it was back in the day when Tech ball was significant. And
Chris
me
Bosh,
even being from
Stephon
Louisiana,
Marbury,
exactly.
Travis Best,
I know
like, it was just
Dennis,
dudes,
right, Chris Bosh. Like we know, excuse me, and I'm losing it, but I'm thinking of a guy who, did you say Jared Jack? We said
not Jared Jack,
Jared
Bryce
Jack,
Elder,
yes. So
BJ Elder. I mean,
no, I knew exactly who you meant, but when you begin to think of those guys who literally paved the way for Georgia Tech to be that school, known as that basketball school, and then all of a sudden it went away. And Jose Alvarado started giving us a taste of it with some of the things he's been doing with the Pels this year. But other than Jose Alvarado, it's been a minute since we've been able to, on this show and really anywhere, talk about Georgia Tech basketball. So hopefully, as the reports are coming down from Adrian Wojnarowski, Pete Thamel, and a number of other credible sources, Damon Stoudemire will be your Jackets coach come fall for men's basketball.
Well, folks, I think we I don't think we can bring you. We can dropping bombs all day on this show. But we also just want to say thank you guys for rocking with us and making ATL Day Ones your first listen of the day. Remember, you can also check out Locked On Sports Today. I'm sure they'll be talking about what we just talked about because the news is coming in fast and furious, and obviously we'll be updating and updating you all tomorrow on the show as far as who the Falcons signed, who Terry Fontenot, what defensive edge rusher he gonna bring in, because hey man, it's all about the front right now when it comes to the Atlanta Falcons, and I'm absolutely happy about that. And you can find Locked On Sports Today wherever you find this podcast, so make sure you check those people out. And last but not least, before we get out of here, on a day of just we're out here like real journalists, T. So I'm going to ask you guys to do one thing. If you don't do anything else before the day is over, make sure you guys share love, show love, and most importantly, spread love.